like she's been dealing with this woman who apparently does nothing. And so today I was like, I can't do this. So I emailed her, I'm like, please get these done in a timely manner. Like, it's been over a month now. So my roommate just texted me and was like, my shower will be fixed tomorrow.
Why hasn't your roommate done that?
She's a child.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
We'll see if it comes out.
Okay.
We'll just
If not, it's not a big
Okay.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how America runs on Dunkin'. So, how many of you rely on the morning coffee?
Or need some type of caffeine in the morning.
You don't drink coffee?
So what's your favorite?
I try to avoid
What's your
it, but-
favorite caffeinated beverage?
Hot chocolate. Is that caffeine?
Yeah, chocolate has caffeine in it.
No?
Probably coffee just because it's easiest, most accessible.
What about you guys?
Coffee.
That even sounded like you drink
Yeah.
coffee.
How often are we drinking coffee?
I'll probably drink a cup almost every day.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
One, depending on what I'm doing.
Regular decaf.
Regular?
Decaf doesn't have caffeine, hello?
Yeah.
That's
the
always
point of
no.
coffee.
The thing is, I drink decaf and it
It's a placebo.
like it works. Yeah, I
That's
decaf this morning and I'm like ready to go.
So, Carmen, you don't like coffee, but like, how often would you drink a caffeinated beverage?
Well, I do drink coffee occasionally.
Yeah.
Like
Just
on
not your
Saturday
favorite.
mornings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna watch a really short video to get us thinking about finals week.
About coffee.
It's coming up.
Oh, they're telling me to whisper.
So he's very tired during finals week. We all felt that way.
Coffee. Is that Starbucks and not Dunkin'?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Miss Hurley, come on.
I'm a Dunkin' girl.
Oh, yeah, is that a Slurpee?
Yeah.
It's like a double
It's
gulp.
like a big gulp
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Looks like he's
See
ready
how
to
he's
go.
doing. Now he's ready to study. He's had his caffeine, right?
So if you needed a burst of energy, which of these drinks would you choose?
I've never had 5 Hour Energy, but I've heard like good things, so it's like pretty good.
Yeah, I think I would.
Why? What have you heard about it?
I just don't want a heart attack.
Like feel your heart pound.
Well, and I hear at the end of the 5 hours you crash.
Yeah.
Hard.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So
that's
Oh,
what
it
I
doesn't
heard.
keep you
Don't
up.
they say? I thought they say don't. They doesn't crash.
Yeah, right.
They advertise in Cobency?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I don't know what to do.
All right, so we're gonna get in groups of 2. If I can have Brittany working with Nellie and Cody working with Carmen. So we're gonna get in groups of 2, and we're gonna find a way to figure out if I need that burst of energy. What do I need? What do I need to drink? Is it worth it to go get a coffee, or should I be doing something else? Okay.
This is
Cool.
cool.
So
I'm excited.
all right. So take just a minute. Talk with your partner. Come up with things that you want to know. What do you need to know to start this problem?
How much caffeine is in each drink?
Yep.
Cody.
Maybe how big would you How long caffeine lasts?
Yeah.
Maybe what kind of coffee it is. I guess that would be caffeine in each drink.
Yeah, like the amount of caffeine in a specific
Maybe
amount.
what else
Yeah.
Like how much
throughout
caffeine's
the
in
day.
5 hour compared to the big
Exactly. I wonder if those are all this.
Like you would just woke up.
Like how much previous coffee?
Yeah, or like, did you eat breakfast?
Yeah, that's a good one. Like if you don't drink
Right.
caffeine enough.
Or,
Oh yeah. That's right.
but breakfast
Yeah.
just give you energy throughout the day, so if you didn't eat breakfast and have coffee, it's going to be different than if you ate breakfast.
Maybe what time
Is it like
consistent?
consistent in your stomach?
Like if it's the
I
end of the
don't
night
know
and
that.
you're already exhausted because
That
it's
is
a long
both
day, or you
question.
just woke up
Does
and
it
you're
caffeine,
fresh.
like if you have food in your stomach, does it not work as well as if you
I
don't know?
think that if you have an empty stomach, caffeine works better.
But if I said,
That's my bad.
so guys, if I said right now, there's lots of factors that can go into how tired we are, right? tons. But if I said right now, in this, whatever state that I'm in, having eaten, having not eaten, having slept all night, slept 2 hours, if I said right now, I need to go to the store, I need something to wake me up because I am teaching AP, Calc, and Accelerated Pre-Calc in the morning, and I'm not ready. So then what do I do?
So
Then
not
what do I
really-
do?
not really outside factors.
So
Yeah.
let's not think about outside factors. I'm just going to tell you, I need to go to the store and I need to buy a beverage with caffeine.
So you know,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
caffeine.
Caffeine per volume.
Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Alright, so Nellie and Brittany, what'd you guys come up with?
We were saying how much caffeine, like, per the volume of the container. And also, I don't know if this.
So those were different pieces of information, right?
Yeah, technically.
Okay. So the first one was
Yeah,
what?
We thought how much caffeine in like one thing, and then how much caffeine compared by volume. So like how much caffeine is in the 5-hour energy compared to how much, or like per, how much caffeine in the 5-hour energy compared to how much.
So what if I don't? What if I don't? So I don't have it compared out right now. But what if I just told you I know the amount of caffeine and I know the size? Like, could you?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could come up with some.
Okay. Okay. What about you guys?
We said caffeine and size.
The caffeine and the size.
Some pretty similar answers.
All right. So we'll give you that information then,
Yeah.
and let you guys go to work. All right.
Cool. Thanks. Always.
What?
What's up, I'm doing?
No way.
Huh? I can't hear.
So this is the information that you guys have requested.
What we'll give you.
Okay.
So, not only do I want to know which would be best for me to get, but I want to know which would be the worst. So, why don't we have five drinks here? I want to know. I want you to rank them because if I go to the store and 2 of them are gone, I need to know how to rate my other options. Okay? Okay, Brett.
You want to know the best that will get you, that will make you the most awake, and
Right.
the worst that would not help you out.
So one with the most caffeine, the one that will work the best,
Okay.
and then
which
the one that will make me fall asleep.
Let's guess first.
Can you think that?
Oh, sorry.
What's probably gonna be the most the
Just the same. No,
lowest amount of amount?
Okay.
Because it has the most caffeine,
yeah.
right?
So
So it should be the most.
So you just,
You want to drink to start with.
Okay.
yeah, and we don't wanna drink.
Well,
Red Bull is the least.
the coffee
Oh.
has the most amount of caffeine.
The least amount of caffeine, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I think that's the smallest.
what about if I wanted to think about the size?
Yeah.
And I said, which drink, without thinking about prices, just thinking about the size. Assume that the larger the drink, the more expensive. What if I said, I want to get the most bang for my buck in that sense? So I want to get the most caffeine, but I don't want to have to drink
But Miss
a
Hurley,
gallon of soda.
a double gulp is like 99 cents, and a 5-hour energy is like $3.
Yeah, but we're not thinking about the price.
More
But
of
let's just
like-
think about, I don't want to have to drink, I don't want to necessarily have to drink 50 ounces
Yeah,
So,
like,
to get my,
find them.
Like,
Yeah,
say I
so
was
you
only
just
gonna drink
need,
like
like,
8
a
ounces, like
caffeine
which one would I wanna drink? If I was only drinking 8 ounces of.
yeah, of each drink.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I just want one serving size,
Okay.
8 ounces, okay?
Oh, so like
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't go to, oh, never mind.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
So,
Oh, you got the 83, I got the 84.
Oh.
sorry.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, we guessed. We just wanted to like see if we were right, so we guessed a
We put in
rating.
order.
We had just like. did
Okay,
it.
okay.
And then we're gonna set up ratios because when we first were talking about
Ooh,
the pieces of information, I knew that it would be the amount of caffeine per volume.
you brought
'cause-
that up right away, right?
Yeah, because they're all different
Mhm.
sizes on the bottom, so we basically want to find like a common denominator. But I think we're just gonna
Okay.
make the common denominator like 100. So just divide. Does that make sense?
So you're just going to divide them through?
Mm-hmm. And just compare the numbers, because so this The 7-Eleven
Okay.
one has 44.5, what is it, milligrams per ounce.
Okay.
So do we
And then we're gonna go from there.
just look at the lease?
All right. Cool.
Is that
And I
what
think-
we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Wow.
The months are 9.89. So we're right. That's like pretty low.
Ratios.
'Cause this
Yeah,
is
we
like-
said that was last.
Yeah.
Caffeine in ounces.
Whoa. Yeah.
I'll do the top three.
Okay, I'll do the,
Wait, but doing this.
So what are you guys doing?
we're gonna make ratios.
We're gonna make a
Ooh,
ratio.
you're gonna make some ratios. Ratios comparing what?
The amount of caffeine.
But this.
Yeah?
Milligrams per ounce.
Never mind. Never mind.
Fluid
Keep going.
ounces.
And then the amount of
Okay, what do you
ounces.
think?
I was thinking, wait, don't we
So,
want to make this a common
so what is that gonna
denominator?
do?
This technically is
This-
a common denominator. It's
Gonna
over
to-
10. Okay.
What
We're at
like
decimals.
once you write them all as
Or
ratios,
over 100.
what's that gonna tell you?
It tells us how many milligrams of caffeine
I'm nervous
for every
That's gonna be huge.
fluid ounce.
Cool. So then you think you'll be able to rate them that
Do we
way?
have to divide it first?
Yeah, that's what
So the
Divide
difference
it
is
first.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Divide it before
So
what?
the best is.
To figure out the caffeine per ounces.
I still wouldn't.
Okay. Can I use my
Yeah,
phone
it
this
just
early?
seems
Because
more.
can't you drink?
This
two
one
cups-
time.
You drink 2 cups of coffee.
As long as you don't try to tell me, oh, I'm texting my mom. I swear it's my mom.
3.5 cups of coffee.
Leah, I think we
3.5
have
cups of
the,
coffee.
I think we have it.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. 3.5 cups of coffee.
My heart races on a cup of coffee though. I don't need any more. I don't need like that much
Yeah.
concentrated.
I drank 3 cups of coffee the other day because I was just like,
So
oh
this
my
one-
god. I
Yeah.
was like,
I drank 3 cups of coffee to drive up here. I had oh, that's why. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I had a cup of coffee in the morning.
Starbucks.
Then I had a cup of coffee right before I left.
Okay.
And then a cup of coffee in the middle.
What are your
of the
numbers?
Because I was just
I
so
have
tired. It was like
0.014 for the red, or
But
5
I
hour
could
drink.
not go to bed
and
until like 2
0.105
a.m.
for the red
I
bull.
just want to go to bed.
Okay, we have different
That's
numbers.
crazy. I didn't even think about that.
I can't. I
What
just
did you
don't
divide
want to.
first?
Yeah, they're
I did the
Mhm.
ounces
but I
over
usually never drink.
milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I have a feeling that.
I have a question.
Yep.
We got different answers.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to
Do
have all
different
caffeine.
ones. So
Yeah,
we're okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So how are we supposed to compare them?
Well, see, mine are smaller than yours.
So tell me, Cody, what would one of your ratios look like? What did you
Okay,
have?
this is over 10 or 100.
I
Okay.
said that there's 225 milligrams of caffeine
I think it's over.
in 50 ounces.
Okay, and Carmen, what did you do
Well, it's
for that?
Not, it's not really.
And
Well,
which
it's
drink
over
was
1
this?
ounce. That's what
That
it is.
was
Over 1.
the
double gulp.
double
You know what I
gulp,
mean?
yeah.
Okay, and so what did
Oh,
you do
okay.
for the double gulp? Did
Well,
you do that one?
I didn't do that one. I did the other two.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if we're ranking all 5 drinks, how would you do that then?
Well,
Without
so
having-
we can compare, right?
Oh, so you broke it up?
Yeah.
I see.
He didn't
Okay.
do
We
that.
wanna make it
Okay.
over
Oh.
100.
Yeah.
But no one's
Okay.
gonna
But
drink
I
100.
also realized that
That's like-
you're doing ounces per milligram and you're doing it milligram per ounce.
That will change
'Cause
it.
this is like.
What do you think?
What?
If we're dividing through, like you said, right?
Right.
Then that means we're taking 225 and dividing by 50.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
looking at Carmen's way, do you think it would be the same if we flipped the numerator and denominator? Would those give you the same values?
No, a smaller number because that will be a smaller number on top.
Okay.
So if you do
So
that
should I?
divided by that, let's see what you
that
get.
is. Okay.
All right, nice job, guys.
A lot of numbers after that.
So what do you
Well,
guys?
I don't know. So we just found
We broke it down into
milligrams per ounce,
1 ounce.
just like
Okay.
we have like miles per hour
And
and
then
stuff,
you
because it's
said
something that we.
Whichever one has
So
the
is it-
most over the ounces is the best.
What'd you find?
that 5 Hour Energy had 71 milligrams of caffeine per ounce.
Oh,
And
wow.
coffee only had 20. So then we figured out that 3.5 cups of coffee would be the same as
1 5 hour.
one.
Wow.
Well,
nice.
not maybe not. Yeah.
So,
Higher numbers
so what did you consider a cup of coffee was?
Well, this case it was 16 ounces, but I think usually it's like 12. is a
So
cup.
did you say so it would take 3 times the amount of coffee as it would
We said it would
Yeah.
take 3.5. You
Times
have to
more.
drink 3.5 cups of coffee.
cups of coffee or times more?
Oh.
Are they the same?
Oh,
if I
because
had if I said I want to have a cup of coffee, I'm thinking like 8 ounces is a cup of coffee,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. So we said
So this is over 8 ounces. This would be 2 ounces. So if we wanted to make this something over 2 and this something over 8, then we would multiply the top. 20.6. Whoa, that's not even working. Times 8 and 71 times 2 is
So drink the 5 hour.
2. That's how much. I think it's still the same thing though,
Then it's
because this isn't really telling us anything.
Starbucks.
Did you multiply the top and bottom of a ratio to get that?
Yeah.
If we have a ratio and we multiply the top and bottom by any number, will it change the actual
Nope.
proportion?
No.
No.
Because it's equal. Because you're multiplying equal parts by equal parts.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, so it takes 3.5 times as much, whether or not. Doesn't matter how much. Like, I guess it has to be the same amount, though.
yeah, like if you had
So are we saying that like this would be that since this is 2 ounces?
we drink for every 2 ounces of this drink, we have to drink 8 ounces of this drink.
Yeah,
Because
So like
for it to be the same.
2 ounces is
you
pretty
said
much
it's
a shot.
7.5 or 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 times 3.5.
Caffeine per ounce.
Is 7.
So then how many ounces would you have to drink of coffee?
7 ounces to have it same as a 2 ounce.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense too because this number is like a little more than twice this much, and this is a little more than twice times 7. It's a little less than 2.
Cool. Check back in with him and then
But we said our heart would race too much if we went
Try and make the bottom number all like
The
8
same.
or something like that.
we'll. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we could do that. And
Oh, really?
Because like if she only wanted to drink 8 ounces,
Right.
then we could do this,
That's
and then we could find that
But
amount
I
for each
don't
one,
make sure it has.
and then
Yes.
that would tell us.
That would tell us if we're right with these. See if we're correct.
So what are you guys doing right now?
Well, we were trying to solve it another way. We already did it one way.
Yep.
Yep.
We saw that.
Mhm.
That was cool.
Mhm.
So now what's your method? What are you
We're
doing?
gonna see if we're right by making everything 8 ounces.
Oh, cool. So if I drank 8 ounces of each,
Yeah.
Which
which
would be
how
the-
much caffeine would be?
Yeah.
So how are you going to do that?
We're gonna make a proportion.
Ooh, proportion. And what's a proportion again?
When you set 2 ratios equal to each other.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then you're able to find that missing value?
I think so.
Okay.
So 225 times 8 divided by 50. 36. That is double. And then 185 times 8.
Imagine drinking 8 ounces of Red Bull. Or not
At
the
eight-
5 hour.
8
You would
ounces
be
of-
doing like 4 of them in a
You'd
row.
like die.
Yeah.
That'd be bad. 18.6. 79.57. And that's monster. And then 330 times 8 divided by 16. 165 for Starbucks. And you get for the monster, or for the Red Bull?
Well, so then, yeah, so then
76.
still might want a drink.
Is that Red Bull?
That's Red Bull, yeah. And 572.02
Right, so I'm not just cut.
for the
But really,
So a cup of
572?
coffee's almost
Yeah.
the same as
I mean, it's a fiber.
That's bad.
What did you get for the?
I got 36 for the double gulp.
Wait, they will go.
All right, guys, why don't you take about another minute and then we're going to talk about it together, okay?
76.
Yeah, if a regular cup probably closer to 8 or 12, or get the big 16.
Yes. And then Starbucks we got 165. So it was just we still have 5 hours.
So it's actually coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, is it down?
Oh,
it's
this is just by concentrate.
It's 'cause it's on
the
your
amount that people actually.
computer. I don't have
It's on the,
But if it's on, if
Oh,
we
you
have
don't
her
have a
computer
smart board.
plugged in and then we don't
I
have
think
the.
you can still write on, I think the smart board automatically.
Cause we
We
just
wanna
want
use the doc
this.
Oh, her,
What do you want?
to use the doc cam, do we have to unplug her computer so that we have the app
No,
to
press the
use?
button there's the, yep, press it until you
Oh, okay.
get to HDMI.
Oh, no.
That's cool. Don't have to worry about that.
Okay, and
And
then,
Cover cam is on the bottom right.
right here, right?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. Alright,
So, Melanie and Brittany, can you guys come up here and show us your method for doing this? Yes?
Except both of them. Oh, both of us go.
And can you start by telling us about your guesses?
Yeah, so we just wanted to like do a guess of
We just wanted to see if we would be right in the end, so we just guessed really quick, just thinking about, just looking at the first.
yeah.
Knowledge.
And then we set all of the information up as ratios of milligrams to ounces.
Can you tell us what a ratio is?
It is a comparison of two numbers, like something per something.
So in this case, what are we comparing?
We're comparing milligrams per ounce.
so you wrote them all as a ratio,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then, how did you use that information after you did that?
Well, we wanted to figure out a way to compare them all, and we sort of thought of it as like, I guess that's sort of what we thought afterwards. So we divided them because they would all be to figure out like milligrams per 1 ounce,
Okay.
and then so like they had like a common denominator, so we could compare them more easily. And we found out, and we were really surprised by the fact that this had so much, because we kind of thought, it was in this order, so 7-Eleven, Monster, coffee, Red Bull, 5-Hour Energy.
So that's the ranking?
Yeah, so that's the ranking per ounce,
Okay.
but then, we were saying that, we found out, we kind of just stopped looking at these, because that's obviously so much.
Can I pause?
Yeah.
So, this is how much here?
Nice.
9, so, and this is 20?
milligrams per ounce.
It's not this isn't the order of best to
Oh,
worst.
okay.
This
Okay.
is just the order that was on the board, the 7-Eleven, then the Monster,
Okay.
then the.
So how would you rank them from the least caffeinated to proportional?
So we said
caffeine concentration?
7-Eleven was the least, and then the Red Bull, and then the Monster, and then the coffee, and then the 5-Hour Energy.
So that's what your estimate, or that's what you guys found?
That's what we found when we broke it into ounce, when we said per ounce.
Okay.
But then, go ahead and talk about the.
Yeah, but then we figured out that every person isn't gonna drink the same amount
Okay.
per, like the average, I guess.
Interesting thought. Can I have you guys hold on to that
Oh,
thought
yeah,
for a
totally,
minute?
totally.
Okay.
So do you guys have
I'm
any
still
questions
prepared to
about
talk about
what Melanie and Brittany said?
So what did they do first?
They found a
comparing.
The caffeine per ounce.
Milligrams of caffeine per ounce. And then, so that's here, right? What do they do to make that information more clear, easier to compare? Because if I look at this, these are all very different.
They made it per 1 ounce.
Okay.
Yes.
By Carmen, how do you make? If I have 225 milligrams for every 50 ounce, what do I do to get it in just 1 ounce?
You divide it.
Divide what by what?
You divide 225 by 50.
Cool. Everyone good with that?
It's like if each of them they just poured into like shot glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. If you think about little tiny bit, like half a shot glass of each drink, and this is how many milligrams of caffeine would be in each of those servings, right? So did you guys get the same order?
We had the same order, but we did it ounce per caffeine.
Cool. Why don't you come on up and show us?
I only have 3 ounces split it up.
Okay.
So
That's good and clear.
Try zoom in. Just see. Up there.
Okay, that's Carmen's.
It's okay, Cody's in my face, so I can't see it all.
Okay, so I started off doing the same thing, but then we decided to do ounces per caffeine rather than caffeine per ounce. So this is my double gulp Monster Starbucks. And I think this was Red Bull, and 5 Hour Energy was. Where's 5 Hour Energy? Oh no. This was Red Bull, and that's 5 Hour Energy. No, that's 5 Hour Energy. That's Red Bull.
So what is this method telling us?
It's telling us how many milligrams of caffeine are per ounce. Yes. No?
I think it's how many ounces per milligram.
How many ounces per milligram? Okay.
So how many ounces of each beverage per milligram of caffeine?
Yes.
So you said that you found they ranked the same as
Yes.
Brittany and Nelly, but these are totally different numbers. So I don't understand
Can
how
you zoom in
how you
on
ranked
the
them
numbers?
the same if you had different values.
Just use the plus button.
Just tap the plus.
We just ranked them from smallest to largest. So like the smallest amount had the most caffeine.
Okay.
And the
So
largest amount had the least.
let's pick one of them. So what?
I didn't really write down anything. So
Okay.
this was the double gulp.
So the double gulp had when you solved it out, it was
There
.22,
was more ounces of liquid.
and this was the value, .22. Did you guys get .22 for the double gulp?
Ours was 4.5 milligrams per 1 ounce.
So how is it giving us the same answer? How are we ranking them the same if we have different values?
We're
When you
looking at
made
different
yours,
things.
did you go from high to low?
No, our number one is the best for you, and our number 5 is the worst for you. Is that what you're asking?
Well, like
the lowest, like the ounces of caffeine per.
like when we divided, we got 0.22, and that was the biggest number that we got, and that is the least caffeinated.
Oh, okay. Ours is the most amount of caffeine.
Yeah.
So we did high to low. Yeah, I guess it's backwards.
I mean, it's backwards.
Yeah, it's
So you rank them the other way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, well, the numbers were ranked, like high number to low number, but the numbers, the drinks that they corresponded to were the same.
Right. So, does it matter that you guys looked at it as milligrams per ounce and you guys looked at it as ounces per milligram?
I don't think so. We got the same answer.
But we did have to make sure we were doing it the same way because the first time, I did, like Cody and I split it up, and so I did the 5 hour and Red Bull, and I did it the opposite way he was doing it, and then we couldn't compare it. So you have to like pick one.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And stick with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay, we got to the same conclusion when they did it all one way, you did it all one way, but we can't flip-flop them halfway through?
No.
Okay.
Not if you want to compare.
Right.
You
You
can.
can.
Yeah,
What's it
we
gonna
can
tell you?
do whatever.
Right.
So then I also noticed while going around that you were doing some type of proportions in regards to an 8-ounce cup. Can you come up and explain that method to us?
Turn the volume off. How'd you do that, Cody?
I didn't touch anything. Oh, right.
That's
Oh my god, that was terrifying. Now that I've seen pictures of that piece of paper.
Yeah, it's got a few pictures of it. Okay, so we set up a proportion.
And a proportion is what again?
It's comparing milligrams to milligrams and ounces to ounces, so setting two ratios equal to each other.
Okay.
So we wanted to figure out how many milligrams were in each, or per 8 ounces, because the double gold had 50 ounces and the 5 hour energy only had 1 ounce.
So it makes sense, right? Because I don't want to drink 50 ounces to have to.
Right.
Okay.
And we found that it was the worst for you, so why would you drink the most when you could drink the least?
Okay. So tell us how you. So walk us through this.
Okay.
So you set them equal.
So we did 225 times 8 equals 50 times x.
Okay.
And then we divided 50 by the number that we got. And that was our answer for the double gold.
You divided 50 by the number.
Yeah, so 225 times 8 divided by 50.
So that number divided by 50.
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys? Can one of you explain what you did there to find how much caffeine was in 8 ounces?
He set up a proportion to see there are 225 milligrams of caffeine in 50 ounces. How many are in 8 ounces? Because he's saying, well, I drink 50 ounces if you don't have to. So he set up a proportion. So he did 225 times 8 and he divided it by 50.
Cool.
Yes.
So
And then,
it's
so this was the double gold. This was Monster. That was a Starbucks, Red Bull, and that's the 5 hour energy.
for 8
Why would
ounces.
you drink why would you drink 3 5 hour energies or 4 5 hour energies? Because there's like 2 ounces in one 5
I
hour.
wanted to drink 8 ounces
Ooh.
of liquid though.
That's a really good point.
So you
That just sounds
4
crazy.
8 hours,
So-
5 hours.
Okay.
Do you want to have
That's one way to look at it. If I say I'm going to drink 8 ounces of whatever, what about? Can you guys come up and explain what you were doing at the end there?
Yeah, totally. So
Because I think that kind of ties into what we're talking about here.
yeah. So we were like, well, it's crazy to drink
1 ounce of everything.
1 ounce of everything because like that's not how life works. And so then we just converted the two ones that were the highest concentration because everything else was irrelevant at that point. So we figured that the 2 hour energy comes in 2 ounce things or a little less than that. So that we multiplied the top and bottom of this ratio by 2 to get 100. I guess this is like the true one.
Yeah.
But anyways, we just were being
Yeah, that's
rounding.
cool. That's okay.
And got 142 milligrams per 2 ounces, and then a cup of coffee we said was 12. and then it was 247.5 milligrams. So, and even I think that 8 was, or 7 ounces was 144. So,
So it's almost better to drink the full cup of coffee than to drink the 2 ounces.
even though it's per concentration, if you want more.
So we're looking at,
caffeine.
so that, we're not necessarily saying what's the highest caffeine content, but we're saying if I'm gonna drink a serving size of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like no one's gonna drink one.
So I should drink a cup of coffee over a 5-hour energy?
Yes.
I think it might depend on how like long the caffeine affects you. That's sort of
Yeah.
like a after
Getting into
question.
yeah.
more.
that's like biology and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So we could have done, Cody and I, if we wanted to, could have done the same thing and just multiplied by 8
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
and gotten our sequence.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Because
that's
they're all
exactly what I
like
did to
units of
find.
one, right? So it's easy to convert them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I think that's, we're there, but we just wanted to kind of run through like, or just tell you guys what we plan to do after.
Well, so can someone summarize the main ideas from today's lesson?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't drink a big gulp.
Yeah,
Very
so waste your bladder. That ratios stay the same no matter, like, I guess that's not the right way to say it. A ratio can be changed and still be equal to make it easier to compare.
Okay,
Is
so,
that the right way to put it?
so like when you multiplied, when you said I don't wanna look at 1 ounce, I wanna look at 2 ounces, and you multiplied the top and bottom by 2, so you're trying to say that those are equivalent?
Yeah, that the 71.5 over 1 is the same as 142 over 2.
Okay,
Those are equal.
cool, and that's what you guys were getting at with your method, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
If you want to compare ratios, they have to be, the units have to be in the same spot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
So the way that we were gonna end this lesson was we were gonna give them an exit card and ask them to rephrase